Um, the one that was made from the Anunnaki, that is 3/5. They was created by 3/5 of the Anunnaki blood. Sorry, y'all. They was created 3/5 from the Anunnaki's blood mixed with a rhesus monkey. Now let me share the picture of the rhesus monkey.
The RH negative.
Just RH. They might be negative. I'm not sure. I know it's RH blood, period. Period. RH blood, positive or negative, whatever. It's animal blood type. Can you see it? Can you all see the rhesus monkey with the red hair?
Yes.
Okay.
Orange hair.
Reddish orangish hair. This is where Donald Trump gets his hair from. This is where the Scots get their hair from. Okay. That orangey reddish hair. This came from a recent monkey. And these people been controlling over us. This is why I had to come along during this time. Because I know if I would have came along before this time, it wasn't the right time. Because I ain't laying down for nobody. That's just me. That's just my character. I already know within me who I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm not bowing down. And now that I know what I know, ain't no way I'm letting them rule over me. Ain't no way. It ain't no way. So, but you have the family members that's ruling in the background, the black nobility. Evidently, they made a pact, they made an agreement years ago when they overtook the empire for these individuals to have certain powers on the land because they was the army. All of these ones that came out of the mountains, um, they created their armies off of them. The Knights Templar, Knights of Malta, Knights of Columbus. Knights of Columbus are of the royal family, one of the 13 royal families. Today they are corrupt. This is who I'm fighting every day. Not all of them, but the vast majority of them, the Collins family, Colonna family, who you hear them talk about, who came from Italy. They came from Italy, the Colonna family with the empire. And their job and their duties were to secure the empire and protect the empire and the empress and the emperor of the empire. Now, fast forward today, that I'm coming back into power and made my claims, and they know who I am, and they still fight me. They still try to come against me. They still try to take my life. They still come after me and my son every day now. So, you know, this is not easy. But I know that I've been yet, yet I know I've been equipped with the proper tools and the family line that I come from. They will not defeat me. I don't care how many thousands it is. This is a destiny that's going to be fulfilled. No matter how many of them come and try to fight me. No matter how clicked up they are, gang stalkers, cowards that follow my son, that follow me, that follow the imperial family. and send they fake rogue police. See, you got to stand up to these people. You can't have no fear. I don't have no fear. Never. I wasn't born with it. The only way you can defeat, and that's their saving grace, is for somebody to have fear. If you let fear creep in one iota, you finished. You are finished, especially in a cesspool of wickedness. Okay, let me share this. So that's a quick background about that. Now, we just had an occurrence and it was real. A mermaid washed, they said a mermaid. This is the Nomos. This is that imperial bloodline. Those was the first ones to the planet. We all came from the water. Some of us came out the water. Some of us stayed in the water. This is the first family that came from the planet Serpentanius, who lived on Venus for a while. Venus was too hot and too dry and too red. The only way you're going to transform, and these are the downloads I'm getting from the Anunnaki who hoover over my house every other day now. Now, in the last 3 days, it's been every day. I said, wow, I'm elevating that fast. Because every day, they give me some new downloads. I've been going in so hard and so heavy, verbally, and in my prayer rituals, that I can invoke by calling it out or just by thinking it, because that's how close I am to the spirit realm. When you deal with the ancestors, the spirit realm, and your certain deities every day, all day, they're always there with you. And I had to, because these attacks is coming so vigorously and just quickly, that you have to be on your feet, on your toes at all times. You got to be on the ready for anything that can happen. So I'm getting strong in invocating verbally, whereas a lot of times we do our rituals, we write them down, we put them in the fire. Well, I don't have time to do that. Things are moving so fast. So anyway, um, the ancestors said yes, that is a real. And you saw her. I don't know if y'all saw the video yet, but you saw her fins moving. It almost looked like something out of a movie, but this is real. This is a real live Nomos. They want to say a mermaid. That is a real live Nomos, and you see how dark she was. That was a real one. All these fake ones that done washed up. See, this is why you got to know the truth and you got to know the root of everything. So when you see a falsehood, you know immediately they playing a trick, because they always going to bring an illusion. I remember few years back, they brought a fake pale mermaid on shore, the same type of way. So they want to try to get ahead of any occurrences that may come visible to the people. And just like they got all of these documentary shows now that talk about the Anunnaki, and all of these, ancient ones are light skinned, Pleiades, and all this bull crap. They liars. They want to get in front of it because they know we in the age where we're gonna find out. So they're gonna try to control the narrative. Y'all gotta know when you seeing a lie. You gotta know, you gotta know the truth. That's why it's best for you to study self. Because when you see something, you're gonna immediately know it's bull. Like, no, that ain't true. But if you don't never study self and you don't never look for answers yourself, you're gonna believe everything they put in front of you. And that's what they love. They love that. They love those that go along with everything they say and do. That's the spell. We all been under a spell. Even these people that come after me, just in these orders, they have been under a spell, because you can't get into those orders without taking a blood ritual, drinking blood, all these heavy hitters, priests that's on TV with these mega churches, they didn't drink the blood. When you go into the hospital, these people taking all these valves of blood authorized, just keep taking your blood. And you don't know why. Because they going in there, they drinking that blood. Or they sending it to their Jesuit priest who needs that blood. The ancestors showed me during this past week that they actually, like I'm saying, they have hundreds of prayer warriors praying against us. And they're doing it in these blood banks. They're doing it in the hospitals, all the way, like a business at the top of the hospital. You don't never get to that top floor because somebody they doing rituals. They're doing prayers to for whatever reason, for whatever their agenda is for that day or that week. They're praying about that. They got their intercessors working on our demise. That's why they don't want us in the hospitals. They want to keep our people in the hospitals, pray against them, make sure they die, putting people in body bags that ain't even dead, and do what they will with them. I know what goes on. This is why I was so adamant about, putting my energy up there when they had my son captive, kidnapped, trying to drug him, took some of his blood in there. But see, this is why it's so important for you to be protected. And those that drank his blood, and they died. Because you can't do that to everybody. You can't not, just like Dick Gregory said, I was watching him one time. He said they can't kill everybody. That man was powerful. He came up in a time where they was after him hard and heavy. And I'm pretty sure if he didn't have spiritual protection, he would have been dead. Just like they took out Malcolm X and all those during his time. Because he talked more shit than anybody, Dick Gregory. He knew what they was doing. I heard him talk about it. You got to have your spiritual protection up. If you don't, they don't respect. See, in this power structure that we in, if you do not know how to invoke spiritual powers, these people you will never get no respect from them. You will never get no respect from them. If they don't feel you, if they don't feel them ancestors riding on their back, taking them apart, squeezing the life out of them, like I tell them to do, they ain't gonna respect you. And as many as I done took out, they still send they pawns. But this is the sick psychosis that has been on the planet from this black-eyed Jesuit priest who put out orders for all this type of stuff. And all these different downloads I'm getting are coming from my connection that I'm making with the Anunnaki, with the ancient ones, speaking into the cosmos, in the air, under the moon, the stars, and the sun, and getting connected. We have to do that to get our answers. We have to reconnect because we have a lineage and those coming behind us that need this strength. They need to know who they are. They need to know this. If you don't know who you are, you will never know where you have to go in life. That's just the bottom line. And that's why they took away our history. Well, they took away our legacy, our stories, her story, because they don't want you to make that connection. If you know you royalty, if you know you came from ruling powers, what you gonna do? You gonna do what your mother, father, and forefathers and foremothers did. They don't want you to know that. Remember, we have dealt with a, a master of deception, illusion, artist of illusion, master of deception. They do that so well. They've been doing it since they came out the cave. Identity theft is their thing, to take from others. This is a parasitic dichotomy that we've been in. This male phallic system. And this is you know, who has instituted it. So this right here is the Jesuit priesthood. This right here is some ancient photos. Well, I don't think they're ancient, but anyway. The way I'm looking at this one is probably not ancient. But this is the nomos. And they was etching this in the walls and stuff. Some of these are deities. They say these were giant fish. They would wear the heads of birds and fish and different things like that to invoke the powers of them. You know, lions' heads and different things like that they do in Africa. Same thing they did in Mesopotamia. And this is Persia, Mesopotamia, Persia, hop, skip, and a jump. You know what they call modern day Iraq. If you listen to any of these uh, documentaries talking about this type of timeline, all they ever say is modern day Iraq. You know why? Because that's Persia, Mesopotamia. That's the heartbeat of civilization. Mute, 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 mute your phones. Um, I'm gonna open up for comments in a few minutes. Okay, so you see the fish people, they worshiping these people just like the Anunnaki. These was the first. These was the first to hit the planet, the Nomos. They're still in the water. Dang, let me see, can I find a picture of the mermaid they just found, the Nomos. I know it's on social media. Uh, let me get it on my phone. Can somebody send it to me? In Telegram, send me the picture. They shared it on Instagram. Let me see. Let me see real quick. Can I this was on somebody's phone who took it, so it's probably not in mainstream media, of course. So there's another one on here though. It says the Black Mermaid, South Africa's first black free. No, that's not it. Wow. Look what I just found. The Mami Wata and the mermaids in African mythology. These are the nomos. Okay. So all these huh. Okay, I'm gonna share this. So all these secret society groups, they pray to these type of deities and energies. So the daughters and the sons of the Nile, these is pale faces praying to the Nile River and all that is within. So they pulling on these energies of the water goddesses. This is the story of the Mama Wata, Mami Wata, and the mermaids in African mythology. If anybody can find that picture for me, it was on Instagram today and yesterday, I think, of the mermaid, of the black mermaid that came on shore in Africa. If you can send that to me,
Islam, I
tell it
just
to me.
Islam, I
You
just
found it?
picked up alleged mermaid brought to shore in Kenya 2 days ago, and I don't know how to send it.
Okay, save it to Telegram. Just save it in there, and I'll get it. You got it on your phone? Can you
Yes,
share it to the Telegram group?
I don't see that. It says snapshot.
Find the share button and see. You got a share button?
I'm searching now. Oh my goodness, and she is dark skinned.
Yeah, the ancestor said she got shocked. She got shocked and she came ashore. She was still slightly, she's fighting for her life on shore and they just gawking around her. But you can see her fins and stuff still moving.
Is that it?
Okay, let me see. Yes, this is it. Okay. So, oh, rainwater just put it in there too. Okay, let me pull it up. All of y'all put up the same thing. Okay, let me find it here. On YouTube. Okay, mute, getting some feedback. Thank you. So let me pull that up on YouTube right quick.
Mine was on Facebook.
Oh, okay. Well, we got it. I got it. I'm gonna pull it up here. So since we already on YouTube, I'm gonna pull it up.
I sent it to your Telegram, Empress.
Okay, thank you. Okay, can y'all see it?
What can give you a competitive edge? In today's red hot housing market? Rocket can. Go to rocketmortgage.com.
Give me just a quick okay, if you can see, come to the phone. Tell me
I
if you
see
can
it.
see it. Okay. Can you hear it also? Hold on. The sound, okay. Look at him gawking over her.
You she needs some water.
See, she trying to survive, and they just gawking over her. This is a child. She was shocked. They don't know what to do with her. Look at these idiots. Yeah, put her back in the water. Give her some water. Yeah, this is a nomos. This is the first life that hit the planet. They still here. Just like the Anunnaki is still here. Can y'all hear me okay over this video?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. This is the nomos. See, the only reason we don't know about this is because these Jesuits been hiding all of this knowledge. Anytime something comes to the surface, they've been in control of the media, so they'll silence it. All of this major stuff like this, all of the life that's still on this planet that we don't know about, because they've been controlling the narrative. It's not like it's not there. Just like these ships that's coming, see the energy and us, uh, the more, just like I've been on this call tonight, the Anunnaki came over the house. The more we vibrate, the more we keep talking about, uh, the more we keep talking about our connection with them, they can feel that vibration. So, what do y'all think about? So now let's have dialogue. What do y'all think about this occurrence? Do y'all think it's real?
It looks
Yes.
real.
It's
It
real.
looks, it looks real.
Everything they call a myth is real.
So that's why studying mythology also can be decoded. If you can decode mythology, then you can cipher the truth. How do I know that? Okay, I don't matter. But yes, learn when you start to read mythology stories, you need to decipher them or decode them, and the truth is actually there. You just gotta know what's what. Because it's not gonna be easy, but you can do it. A group of people can do it. But that's a lot of study. Whew.
Ashay, I just want to add, I was just, you have to just realize that we're not the only creation on this earth. And it is true that everything that Hollywood mimics in the movie is actually here. You know, when they talked about, what's that lizard tongue type people, they're called, and I should talk about this all the time. Well, their tongue is real slithery like, and they have that split in that at the tip of their tongue, which they're non-human. Most of the Albions, for the most part, Bush, his family, President Bush, his family, what are they called? They're called begin with an L. Somebody help me out.
Marion.
Uh,
Marion.
No, no, ma'am. What are they called? It'll come to me. It's just it, but yes, they're lizard-like, they're not human, but they fit in. And it makes sense, Empress. You know, when those rows showed up, right? That was all, you know, they're here. That's it. They're here. And we have to have our spiritual antennas on enough to be able to decipher. And they're here to what it says that for the enemy comes, let's say, comes not with to kill, to steal, and to destroy. Well, they're all here.
Reptilian, correct.
Yes. Well, say it again, Mitchell. One more time, please.
I didn't say it. One of the persons said in the chat, reptilian.
Yeah, reptilians. Thank you. Yes, yes, Ashe. Reptilians. They are among us, and then some. We become so comfortable in thinking that it's the norm. You know, oh, it is a human. No, they're not. They're not. They are your test. And with us having a pineal gland, you know, that's why we must keep it clean, you know, through our diets, what we take in, what we allow ourselves to so-called harmonize with, you know. Um, that's why I'm a very, very private person. You know, I don't let everyone in, you know, into my circle. I don't. Even as a young boy, I mean, I've always been sociable, but very careful. And it's funny how my teacher would always have a PTA meeting with my mom and say, you know, your son, are you teaching him? He's just, I don't know, he's just beyond his years. I never forget my mom, she was saying that, yeah, you know, they are just beyond my years. You know, it's funny how when folks say that, you're beyond your years. No, you are where you are supposed to be. Ashe?
I say, well,
Sure.
I mean, I've been in, I think, well, they say it's something called wear and tear. I mean, I've been in literally, and this is no exaggeration. I've been in 7 different head-on car accidents. 7. One where I almost totally lost my life. I'm from Baltimore. This happened right out there near the military installation near Middle River. Matriarch, I think you may know what I'm talking about. It's a military installation. It's right at Middle River, and it's a Walmart that's not too far from it. That was my last one. Well, I was on my way to work, and this is when my oldest son, when he was first born. Well, he'll be 18 soon. And these cars, I don't know, they were speeding, what have you. It was wet outside, rainy. Anyway, make a long story short, I was told that my car flipped. Well, my car did flipped upside down on the train track, and I mean, it crumbled. And they said they saw me climb up out of it like nothing ever happened. But what happened was when I climbed up out of the car, I stood up, I looked left, I looked right, I looked up, I looked down, and I looked forward, and that's when I collapsed. This is everything they said, and I wish they had the video. And they said, no way, no human would be able to get out of the car like that. That's what they kept saying. And they wanted to examine me, they wanted to run some tests on me and all this mess, but I declined. I said, no, I want to go. I have to go. I have to go get back to my life. But they still were just puzzled of how did I climb up out of that car? The car was crumbled, and this is no exaggeration. Ashe.
spiritual protection. Ancestral protection.
Ashe. Yes.
That's how. Simple as that. The higher you go up in your spiritual training, work, studies, and as you get tested through family loved ones, brothers, exes. You know, you're still gonna have human experiences with people. But there's certain things that other people are just not gonna understand. You don't have, there's some that are willing to learn. There's some that are willing to listen. There's some that are willing to take action, and there's some that'll step forward and heed the call. Right?
I sure will.
If they let them choose, that's why we have free will. You know, if they don't choose to heed to whatever, or when people come and they have questions, be ready to answer them. Because if I can't answer it, I'll say I don't know the answer, but I'll go do some research and find out. And when I have the answer, I'll come back to you with what I found. But don't depend on me to do all the research. Since you want to know about it so bad, you need to do some research too. And we can get together and we can talk about what you found and what I found, and we can decipher what's true and what's not. Right? That's somebody that's willing to work on learning something different. But if they don't have a desire to learn, don't waste your time. Because I got more rituals to do. I got more prayer to do. I got more studying to do. I still got to cook, clean, and take care of my mom and take care of myself. You know what I mean? Don't waste time. The spirit realm does not run on linear time. There is no time there. That's why they're able to come and communicate with us, or they're able to reconnect now, because there is no timeline for them. We are on a timeline linearly. When I say linearly, I mean here on Earth, it's linear. But actually, there's no timeline. So we got to be down here and do this work. We ain't got time to be playing. And when people don't take your work seriously, you have to set healthy boundaries and enforce them. You know?
Yes,
Let your yes be yes and let your no be no.
Yes. Yeah, so we have to stop. I mean, blending in like everything's okay, and not to take away, and I don't not to cause no offenses or anything like that. I mean, if anyone like to date out of your race, they say, "Oh, love is love is love," but I don't know, just me. No. It gets me. And maybe you all, I don't know, maybe you want to come in on there and comment, and maybe this conversation has already been had before. As far as your take on marrying outside, your race to an Albion,
That subject is sensitive to certain people, because our they've already we already got a lot of mixtures of different different races in our bloodline already. But myself personally, did not want to procreate with any person but a black man. That was my personal preference. I wasn't into the light skin, pretty hair,
yes,
or good, so-called good hair. I'm glad all my children have wonderful, coarse hair, woolly hair that can hold heat and can be stretched and braided and pulled and manipulated and not fall out. I'm a mother of 4. None of my children are ashamed of their hair type, who they are, whatever their sexuality is. I don't judge them. They are who they are. All I do is teach them what I know. Whatever they gravitate to, And whatever they question me about, I answer. They're going to learn from the streets regardless. They're going to learn from their peers. They're going to learn from the city. I mean, they're going to learn from the state. They're going to learn from, you know, they're going to learn from their personal life experiences. I am not the one having their experiences. They are. I'm there to help them process their experiences. I'm there to make sure that they don't have 5150 episodes. I'm there so that they don't drink themselves because they don't know how to communicate and socialize with their peer group. You know what I mean? But they need to know how to protect themselves if there's an enemy in their circle. You know, that's something I've always taught my children: self-defense and self-preservation. The schools always stated that was aggressive. I said, how is that aggressive? Are you gonna let your child be hit by another child and not say nothing? I said, they got more police on school grounds and campus, we call them campus snitches, in elementary school, middle school. There's always the anonymous snitching factor in the state school system. Oh, well, we got this information, but you know, the person is anonymous. Okay, well then have them bring their anonymous self forward. They can't be anonymous the whole time. They're making all these accusations and statements, and you're trying to impress your rules and regulations upon me and my children, but where's that anonymous child's parent? Oh no, it's not about that. It's about you and your child. I said, well then you about to back up off me and mine, and I'll take my child and I'll leave. I said, and when you guys decide that you want to talk to me with some respect and handle my child correctly, then I'll return with my child. But if you're not going to do that, I can teach my child at home. I don't have a problem with homeschooling because I'm not from 3-4 generations of welfare and GEDs. I'm from a working class family with degrees in education. So I don't see no problem with teaching my children at home. It's the best way to empower them and teach them about self-mastery, self-esteem, self-confidence, culture, pride, other languages outside of English and Spanish. You know, you can expose your children to way more knowledge and information about who they are and where they come from without the influences of the state curriculum.
Yes.
Because that's an agenda in itself and a pipeline to the prison system. Well, prison industrial complex, PIC. See why I say it's prison industrial complex? Because it's a business. It's like the foster care system and child protective services is a business. The business of trafficking children. But we won't continue to talk about that topic because people don't even want to pay attention that our children are getting snatched all the time.
Yes.
They're trying to drug them. They're trying to put chips in them. They're trying to drug them up. They're trying to mess them up so that they don't awaken, so that they don't come online. They're trying to damage them mentally, emotionally, sexually, and physically before they can even develop it. Before they hit puberty, they're already some of them can be mentally disturbed from what? that can happen in your community, that can happen in your family, that can happen in your home, that can happen in the school system, that can happen
Correct.